And I just read like a part of it, right?
Do I?
Hi, what paragraph do you want me to read? Do you
I
know
want you to read the whole thing
the whole thing?
before we get started.
There's multiple cameras? That's
There's
a lot of
four.
cameras.
There's
That's
4
a lot
cameras.
of cameras.
So cool. Hi.
So you're gonna be talking to
Okay. Yes. In class, I read articles about children and families who had been separated when they came to the U.S., and I thought it was like very sad. So I wanted to write to them saying that I support them, like no matter what, and that so they can have a bit more hope.
The idea of writing letters to the kids in the detention center, did that appeal to you?
It did, because I felt like we were kids. Some of us were the same age, and look at the difference of my life versus their life. They're kids too, and yet they're being put through so much torture.
I thought, well, it's not fair because if I'm an immigrant and I feel accepted, how come other people are being mistreated, held against their will? And so I felt it's time for a change. So I decided to write my letters.
And I decided if I couldn't be there to help them, I could at least give them some hope. And I thought by writing these letters, I could give them as much hope as I could that one day they might get out.
They're without their parents and they don't know when they're going to see their parents, and I really can't imagine me being there.
I thought I could help out in my own way. I just think that they deserve better and that there's better opportunities for them.
I'm an immigrant as well, and I could understand how it would feel to lose your family, and that's like something tough to go through, and I get that. So I just want to like help them, like let them know that there are people like me that worry for people like them.
Could you imagine how you would do if you were in that camp?
I don't think I could, apart from freaking out.
I wouldn't know how to react. It would just be too hard. My family has been there for me forever, so like I don't know how I would function. It'd be like a death sentence.
And that must really suck for them.
I know it must be hard having to be there day and night, just hoping that the next day something good might happen. But then days, months, years pass and nothing happens.
All right, so your letter, do you want to read it?
Yeah, sure.
All right, go ahead.
Dear friends that come from other countries,
I'm writing this letter to remind you that you have a world ahead of you.
You will have future opportunities to receive the American dream.
Do not give up. The mind is the best friend to help us escape spiritually from the most difficult moments we can go through.
but I know that I'll never understand the real situation that you guys are living.
I wouldn't be able to live without getting a goodnight kiss from my mom and dad. This isn't fair, and no one should have to live this way.
I cannot imagine how your experiences have been in the past months.
Right now you're living a bad moment in your life, but soon they will all go away, and a new stage of your life will soon begin.
Everything will be all right in the end, and if it's not all right, it's not yet the end. Even if it doesn't look so clear right now, your life will change for the better.
I want you to know that from out here, we think about you and there are people who are trying to help you. Thanks to these people that are working night and day to help you, it is worth it to keep on fighting and to never lose hope.
There are many children like me who are thinking about all of you. You are not alone.
There are people who say immigrants have bad intentions, but in reality, there are families like ours with parents looking for a better life for their children because they want to give them the world.
In this country, me, as well as many other kids and families, know that your parents came here with you to America to find new opportunities.
And a better life. But instead, you are treated with no care and even less respect.
You were separated from your family and placed in a shelter that feels like a prison.
But if you just close your eyes and imagine the perfect future that you will have, then I assure you it will happen.
A big hug from the bottom of my heart. Isabella.
Soon you will be reunited with your parents or family and start a better life. I wish you the best, Juliana.
Hoping to meet you soon at a park playing together, as we should do. Elizabeth.
I wish the best for you in the future. Thinking of you, Andrea.
From child to child, I assure you, you are not alone.
I have faith you will be reunited with your family that loves you very much. I support you from here.
Soon you will recover the most important thing a child has, his family. Stay strong. That's all I got.
I should have meant to tell you when you first came in. I don't know if you look around on the side, to the walls, and then behind you. These are some of the other letters that the kids have written. What do you think?
I think they're really pretty.
You think they would like these letters?
I think they would love them. They would really appreciate them.
To know that there are people I don't know writing these letters for me to help me boost my confidence and help me get through my problems without my family. It would be great support.
Do you know they're not getting them because they won't let those letters be received by the kids in this there? What do you think of that?
Oh, didn't know that.
I think it'd be amazing if these kids could receive them and see how much the entire community cares about them.
Which is why we have to spread more awareness and make sure that everyone hears this so that hopefully at least they can get the cards and get some hope.
I'm Lisa Morrison. I'm a counselor in Miami-Dade County Public Schools, and I'm also a mental health provider in a private practice here in Miami, Florida. I don't yet believe that we realize the scope of the problem that has been created by detaining these children. I do believe that as our students become more aware of what is happening at Homestead, there is a fear factor being played out. For our students who do live in the community and have to pass by the area, it is a concern that there are children behind an obscured fence and nobody really knows what's going on and the conditions that they live in.
Do you think about what's happening in Homestead a lot?
Yeah. I get really emotional about it, so yeah.
All the horrible things that are happening to them, I think about every day.
I thought it was unrealistic that it could be so close to where we were.
I put myself in their shoes a lot, thinking about not being able to see any of my family.
Every time I see it in the news, I really think about it a lot, and I always just tell my parents this isn't fair.
I just thought it was difficult to believe at first that this could be happening at all.
You had a chance to look at some of the letters behind you. What was your thought as you were looking at them?
That they're children, just like the children that they're writing to, and they're trying to provide words of comfort.
Any of them in particular hit you harder than others? That's behind you?
Yes, I would say the letters that were written and posted in Spanish.
Why?
The fluency of the writing shows that there is a connection with a lot of the migrant kids. Can you guys stop?
Sure. We can stop. But if you want to share what you're thinking, please do.
It's embarrassing to stress and teach something to your kids and they embrace it, and there be a blatant disregard for life lessons and trying to justify and explain how a community as great as Miami-Dade County actually has this going on in the heart of the community. I think we can do better as a society. I think we can do better as a community.
Because how can you put kids through such pain and make them feel as if they're in a prison and then not even allow them for people outside who support them to give them some hope?
I would tell them to stop and just think, why are you doing this? You're mistreating children, you're keeping them away from their parents. What if they were in that situation, that they were the children? What would they think?
Put yourself in their shoes. Put yourself in the shoes of a young child or a single mother whose husband moved to the United States in order to have a better life for their family. Put yourself in their shoes and let's see how you do in that situation.
Would you be willing to hang your letter with theirs?
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.